two students, one goal, to hitchhike across the country with only, get this, $150 in their pockets. How is this possible? Ori Nevares and Phil Roberge started their trip on July 8th in the Yukon. They've made their way through British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba. They're now look at them go. They're in Ontario, just halfway through their journey. Ori and Phil join us now in studio. Hi, guys.
Hello.
A little bit tired?
Yeah, just a bit.
Quite the trip, I know. I don't understand how this is even possible. So let's start with the idea itself. Ori, how did you guys come up with this idea?
So the whole idea actually started when we realized that Parks Canada was offering free admission to all the national parks across the country. So we wanted to celebrate Canada's 150th birthday and basically travel to all the different national parks and film and take photos of them to highlight conservational efforts of Canada. We're both in environmental studies, so that was an area of interest, so we wanted to celebrate that. We applied for a few grants, told our family and friends, everyone hated it, no support whatsoever. So the second idea was to connect with people, and the best way we thought that could be done is to hitchhike across to meet all the different people and the cultures of Canada.
Okay, so my first question is, you're hitchhiking. It's 2017. Safety, Phil, not a concern?
We've had no issues with actual fear of our safety. Everything has been really easier than we ever thought it was going to be. Everyone's been extremely nice, and we also always trust our gut. We never get in a car if we have a bad feeling about it, but so far we haven't had to do that yet. Most of the people who stop are really nice.
Okay, and you've only spent, what, $9? How is this even possible? Like, where do you eat? You say you stay with people, hostels, that type of thing. But how are you functioning, having only spent $9?
So we have a few strategies. Firstly, we came up with a bit of, I guess, safety food. So we have some oatmeal, some bread that we brought with us. So that was enough to last us about 6 to 10 days. But honestly, the generosity and the kindness that we've experienced from the start is way more than anything we ever thought. So really, it's only possible because along the way, often our rides or people have reached out to us through social media or Facebook saying, hey, when you come to this city or this area, let me know. I want to host you. I'll feed you, all that stuff. So, you know, we spent our $9 all together in Whitehorse, and we haven't spent a single...
What did you splurge on there?
We bought like a loaf of bread, 4 apples, 4 carrots, and a cucumber.
All right. Yeah. I bet that was good, though.
Yeah, we still have the carrot, actually.
We still have the carrot for safety. Okay, let's talk about some of the people that you've met, Phil.
Well, there's been plenty. All of them have been nice, but if you want a story that sticks out to me in particular, there was that it's become quite a popular post on our Facebook page. We have a family that was actually exiled out of Uganda in 1971 when Idi Amin came to power, and the dad came as a refugee to Canada. He had $3 in his pocket, and he went straight to Swift Current, Saskatchewan. Started working at a weld and fabrication shop for 3 years, made enough money to bring the rest of his family over, and eventually opened his own business. And now he's like a star in Swift Current. And everyone's story has been something quite incredible like that. That's just one of the standout ones.
Wow, that is absolutely incredible. Yeah, those moments that you are, you know, pocketing along this journey. Any standouts for you?
Yeah, so for me, I think one of the standout moments was staying on a farm up in New Norway. So we got invited to stay on a sheep farm, which is just about southeast of Edmonton. Mm-hmm. And it was nice to just get a glimpse of... Yeah, yeah, exactly. Almost. That was up in Saskatchewan. Okay. There it is, yeah. And so, yeah, that's what I was about to say, is that we were hosted and just given an incredible feast of their sheep farm. So we had a lot of local meat, some honey that was grown on the property, eggs from the neighbors, and we got to stay in a little cabin on the back, and hearing their story, they came over from Germany, was just amazing. So that was probably a personal highlight for me, was just to kind of get a sense of the small farm life of Canada, which is a huge part of the country.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so you both sort of admit before this journey, you didn't know too much about the country, and now, what are you concluding?
I definitely feel like I know more. There's still a lot to explore, and I'd still like someday for Parks Canada to sponsor us so we could see every national park. Mm-hmm. But I definitely I know more about the people of Canada, and that's been one of the main goals of this trip, is to share their stories with other Canadians like ourselves and encourage young people to travel across our country.
And your next stop is Ottawa?
So that's the goal. We were lucky enough to get a ride with a friend who's going up to Muskoka today, and then we're going to get dropped off there and try and make our way east to Ottawa.
And so, you want to make a visit to who?
Yeah, well, so we'd really love the opportunity to pitch our tent in the Honorable Prime Minister's yard. I know they're maybe not staying at the main residence right now, but if the Governor General lets us camp in their yard, and we'd love to interview him, ask him the same 4 questions we ask every Canadian. What is your favorite thing about Canada? Where and how did your family come to Canada?
Your greatest piece of advice that you would give someone, and how you came to pick us up today.
You came to pick us up today.
Although that might not apply. But,
Well, good luck to both of you. The Mum and Me wants to feed you, so there's some stuff backstage. Please eat. Save that carrot, because you may need it at some point.
Yeah,
Good luck.
We'll still have
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
Guys,
Thank
thanks
you.
for being here.
Thank
A lot
you
of
so
fun.
much for having us.
All right, for more information on their expedition, you can visit our website anytime, yourmorning.ca.